I'm gonna just start, even though I am not feeling it because he done pissed me off, y'all. But hello, and welcome back to the Respect Me Please podcast, the show that ain't afraid to go there on some of the juiciest topics of today. And as you can probably tell by the title, depending on whatever I name it, today's episode we are diving into all things confidence. Okay, and here we have my lovely friend, Lil Downstairs, okay? He's going to be joining us on today's episode. I'll let him introduce himself. Now, you would do it now. Tell the people a little bit about you.
Oh.
Who you are, why are you here?
I'm Lil Downstairs, which is a nickname. My name is Demetrius. I go by Meech to some of my close friends. From Shreveport, Louisiana. I don't know what you want me to say.
This is giving very job interview. It's giving very, I'm going to say some shit that isn't really important. Okay.
Where I was born, wasn't it?
No, that is. I thought about it after I said it. No. You're right. That's important. I'm
here because I posted a video on Instagram, and then she was like, that look like my apartments. She was stalking my shit. And then I was like, damn, where you stay? And she told me, I was like, damn, we stay in the same apartment complex. That shit crazy.
And then he stalked me because he was dead on some like serial killer type shit. Like, oh, what building you stay in? What's your apartment of? What side you on? So who was
you take out the time to point out we in the same apartments, I'm gonna be like, yeah, what side? It's two buildings. It ain't too much to
I'm just saying he could have just been like, oh my god, maybe we'll run into each other. We got a plan to meet up. The fact that he asked specifics, y'all, red flag. But it's okay because
the fact that she gave specifics, y'all, green flag.
Green flag, that's a good thing. Exactamundo. It is a good thing.
My thing is, don't ignore the signs. Why would you, if it's a red flag, why would you still give me the specifics? I don't understand. That's something you gotta ask yourself. But it's your boy Meech, you know what I'm saying? Back to my introduction. I wasn't even finished. You feel me? But yeah, we became friends, you know what I'm saying, in the process. And that's not something that I take lightly because, growing up, it was hard to keep just, female friends. I'm going to be honest with you.
He's a whore, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big part of why he's on today's episode, actually.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it is. So, with today's episode being about confidence, this is one of the most confident people that I know. Not to say that you have no reason to be confident, because I was about to say, I don't know why, but I don't feel that way. He has a lot of reasons to be confident, but the reason I thought he would be really perfect for this is just because he really exudes it. Like, if y'all ever seen him in person, like, it's almost sickening. Like, I don't never like to give him a compliment or nothing, because it's like he already got too much. It's already doing the most, and it's just like, let me not give you no more, because it actually needs to tone down.
It just went down. It did. It did. The horror thing, it stings a little bit. Like, it does.
He's lying.
I didn't put the phone on Do Not Disturb either, so let's just hope nobody calls. Type shit.
I mean, my phone be dry, so to be very honest, and people know it's my bedtime. The only person who's gonna call me right now is Carlene. I don't think she's gonna call me no more today. So we should be good.
Fingers crossed.
Alrighty, so if you are new to the channel and he is new to the pod, so I'm gonna just go over basically how things go. So first, we will get into the meat of things. We will discuss all things confidence, kind of give our opinions, talk it through. Then we're gonna jump into the group chat, which basically I pull up the group chat and what we've been talking about recently. And today we get to give your opinion on something related to the confidence topic. And then we have a segment called Respectfully No. And that's just basically where I give an unpopular opinion of mine. And you can get to weigh in today. Maybe it's not so unpopular and he agree with me. I doubt it because we typically don't agree on most things. No. And then last but not least, we got a segment called From Both Sides of the Couch. As a person aspiring to become a therapist, I typically have two sides of me. It's Erica, and then there's Dr. McCoy.
And then there's and then there's
Oh, that's
so
multiple personalities joke. Oh,
yeah.
Hilarious. Anyway, I try to give advice from both sides. Like, Erica could be a little toxic. Dr. McCourt usually reins things in and try to give like good, wholesome advice. And today we will have a third opinion because we can see if he has anything different to say from a male perspective, from a whore perspective. We don't know. It could be something like really, really different.
I'm the whore, but she's the one with her titties out on national television.
Titties. This is gonna be controversial because I want the ladies to comment and
because
discuss.
now you're sexualizing what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
No,
that's exactly.
I get that. I welcome all the
titties
all
out
the ladies.
made me a whore, ladies. Remember that.
And what makes me a whore, lady?
I don't want to put your business out there. I really don't want to do you like that.
And the fact that she has the ammo, fellas, it's my fault. You know, we gotta watch what the fuck we tell.
But
people.
I wouldn't use it, and that's why we're friends. That's why we friends.
She won't use it right now. I ain't make her that mad. If I would have pissed off bad enough, I think you probably would have pulled it out, pulled a rabbit out of the hat, and just.
That's another topic for another day. How men and women think differently from each other. That's crazy that you felt that way about me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen some people hit low, like below.
Well, yeah, people do hit below the belt, but we
saying?
talking about me, friend, me specifically. I can't even believe that you would think that I would.
Okay,
do
so you know how
like
sometimes I fall under the category of niggas, like just
you always fall under the category of niggas.
So are you a lady?
Yes, I'm.
So you're gonna always fall under that category. Do you understand?
So that's you just have an overall negative view of ladies.
No, I don't. That's not what we're talking about, like the overall view of them. We're talking about hitting below the belt and using certain things.
Because that's what ladies do.
Most of the time.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
My God.
If your emotions are struck in a certain way, there's sometimes no lengths that you will go to make sure that this nigga feel you.
Okay, niggas do the same thing.
Some of them. But then if I be like, we talking about me, friend, me, you gonna be like, you a nigga? I'm gonna be like, yeah. Okay then. So I just wanted to, since we know each other now, that's why you ain't had shit to say right after that, because you like, okay.
No, it's not. It's just, that's not the topic for today. And I could go back and forth with him for hours. And he know that. He'll get tired before I get tired.
No,
but
your ass gonna be asleep. Mid-sentence.
Lies.
And like I was like,
Sure. Anyway, getting into today's topic. So, we are going to start with, I think it's important to kind of like say, like, what is confidence? Like, what does confidence even mean to you?
Oh, to me?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like confidence is something you got to find, like, within yourself.
Okay.
First of all, it comes a point of how you feel about you. And I feel like some people can spark certain things in you.
Okay.
But until you actually believe it in yourself, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if somebody's constantly trying to feed you something that they believe about you or they see in you and you don't actually see it or believe in yourself, then it doesn't matter. So, we go a lot off of appearance these days. So confidence is a lot about self-image, self-esteem, how you feel about you. And then a lot of people can kind of take on what other people perceive them as.
True.
So I had a lot of good influences in my life. I had can I tell a story real quick?
Go ahead, yeah.
So I got an uncle. It's Uncle Benji. He the real nigga of the
Shout
family.
out to Uncle Benji.
Man, he gonna keep it 100% raw, uncut with you all the time. He's like Mimi. So look, I was at the bus stop one day, right?
I love the nickname Mimi, by the way.
I really shouldn't engage y'all all that. Yeah. He was like, Mimi, I was on the bus one day and I was hollering at this chick, right? He was like, man, he walked up to her, he was like, look, I know I'm ugly, blah, blah. He started shooting at her, like, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, she act kind of like she was above him or something. He was like, bitch, we on the same bus. Like, we on the same bus. You ain't finna sit here and act like, but like he ugly, but he confident. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He feel like he ugly. I be like, man, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? You put it together, that's my uncle, you feel me? But confidence to me is just, I say, a belief in how you feel about yourself and the energy you put off to other people. So it's like some people can walk into a room and you feel them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Without them even, or
big energy.
Yeah, if they approach you too, you like, it's a feeling. Like,
okay.
Like, I know this nigga either I know he feel himself. He believe in himself to come up to me and the way he did it, and you kind of just feel that energy. So.
Okay. I mean, for the most part, we do agree. I feel like confidence is essentially like the belief that you could accomplish something. So whether that be like confidence in your appearance, like I can walk into this room and I'm finna be the baddest bitch, or relationship wise, like I'm gonna walk into this room and I'm gonna snatch my dream nigga. Or it could be like me with school. I don't have no confidence with school no more, y'all. It's gone. But if I did, it would be something like, oh, that's fine, because I know I'm finna graduate on time, like in these amount of years, and I'm about to finish up this dissertation. Like, I'm finna be Dr. McCourt because I said I was finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's confidence. So just like a belief in yourself to accomplish something. So essentially the same thing you said. Only thing we disagree, I don't necessarily think it gotta come from like you. Like, I feel like ultimately you gotta believe it a little bit, but I think other people like hyping you or pumping you up or like drilling that belief into you ultimately can give you confidence.
It can spark it. That flame can die as soon as you get home and look at yourself in the mirror and you don't feel that shit no more. So unless them people gonna live with you and be there with you 24/7, I feel like it's gonna go back. But like you just said with school, like just because you don't have the confidence now don't mean you can't wake up every day and start to trick your mind and be like,
true,
bitch, you can do this. You can do this. You got this. Like, you can finish this school shit. And then eventually week 2 of you doing that shit every day, you might be like, I really do believe that shit. So, I mean, it can be built too. Like, you can be low right here today and be like, damn, like, I ain't always had confidence like this because I used to didn't think I was attractive.
Well, tell us a little bit about that, friend. I am shocked because you just act like you came out the coochie on confident. That's what it gives. You can't tell this nigga nothing. Even when he be walking around here crusty, y'all. He be walking around here sleepy. He be walking around here like not giving a fuck. And he'll still in the same breath be like, but I'm that nigga though. And it's sickening. But it wasn't always like this. So how'd you get to this point? When did you not feel confident?
So elementary school, right?
Good old elementary.
You know, you had that little phase. I had a phase where I went through my little spurt of like, you know, little chubby face. I mean, I was like, it wasn't defined. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was
okay.
Just.
You do have nice bone structure now as an adult.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I feel like all that.
This why.
No, so this is where I developed my sense of humor, right? So I'm like, listen. I learned that if you make a girl laugh, you pretty much got her. That's elementary school, you know? So it's like, I'm throwing jokes. Like, I'm that nigga. Like, I learned how to make them laugh, and then that was my way in. And I was like, okay, my nigga, you ain't that attractive. Like, really, thought I wasn't that attractive. So I was like, but your body, you got some nice, you know, the body cool, good.
So the face was a dub, but the body was like giving.
I went through a little facially challenged moment.
I saw your baby picture, so if it was anything like that.
No, it wasn't like that.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't like that.
It got better. Then you was good.
I fuck with my baby pictures. I ain't gonna fake. I fuck with my baby pictures. You talking about like nigga just came out, so that was.
You right. Nobody's cute fresh out the coochie.
You know, right. Still look like the damn. What's the little graph they do for you? What's the
ultrasound?
Ultrasound. You still look like your ultrasound pictures when you first come out. Nah. But yeah, I did not believe. So I got my sense of humor straight, and I made people laugh, and my body was cool. So I just, you know, that's what I used. But I was like not confident.
Okay.
But it made me confident to know that I could still get girls without feeling like I was that attractive.
Okay, so question, do you feel like you need other people in order to continue to like inform that confidence? So it's like, even though you wasn't confident, you was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be that nigga. But then even now it's like, oh, I found out it's cool because I can make girls laugh and they'll still talk to me. Or like, oh, it was cool because girls were still fucking with me. Do you need the girls to feel confident? Would you have not felt as confident as you did or as you do if women was just kind of like, nah, I'm good?
Oh, probably not.
Okay.
Just be off of what a young man's mind is on and focused on. That's all we thought we were supposed to be doing. Like, in competitions with each other, like who can get the most girls, type shit. So
Giving Barry the wood.
Right. If you wasn't getting no girls, like you damn sure gonna feel it. Like you probably like, damn, what's wrong with me? Like you gonna be thinking about the shit after school. You gonna be thinking about the shit during school. Like it'll affect you. Me being my age now, it'll still probably like affect me if I didn't have it. Yeah, I'll be a different type of nigga, which is weird. But you know, a lot of things niggas do is for women. And then a lot of things women do is for niggas. So
I don't know. Like,
no,
it don't have to be vice versa. But like,
it is vice versa.
I don't know.
No, go ahead.
No, please, friends, speak your mind. Speak your mind in front of the people, because if the camera wasn't on, you would have said it.
So I got my hair done today, right?
You did.
It was for me. But it was also for when I go out and I network and I meet people.
Right, people.
Not real shit. I really be. Yeah, it be
people.
Women everywhere out here. So yeah, I talk to women for sure. Cause yeah. But before the podcast, what did you do?
I looked a mess. All I did before the podcast was get myself to not look a mess. I look regular now.
You look regular now?
Yeah.
You threw your shit on though.
I didn't throw my shit. He's exaggerating because he swear. He be trying to make it seem like I just be here all the time. And anytime I put forth any effort, it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't be that. This was real regular. And I did that for public opinion, not for men.
Who part of public?
I mean, they part of it, but you just specifically said people and define them as women.
How many clothes do you have? How many shirts do you have to choose from?
Who knows? I don't know.
What made you choose that?
Well, I don't have many like shirts. A bunch of my shirts are like graphic, like they just say shit on there. Oh, now I'm supposed to. You can see my titties either way. I chose this shirt because I thought that it looked the nicest. And in an episode about confidence, I wanted to feel more confident. I feel I got nice titties.
They are.
And thank you, friend. And when
I
they
fuck
are.
with the shirt, by the way. Don't think that I don't. I ain't over here like, you know what I'm saying? I was just
Why
trying
she put that shirt on?
Nah, you good. If I had titties like that, I would.
It's that I like my titties. It's a feature that I like to showcase.
I probably wouldn't even have no shirt on.
I couldn't do that. Couldn't come out here with no shirt on. So I was like,
do it one time, friend.
Ignoring him. Couldn't come out here with no shirt on. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to showcase the girls a little bit. So I found a shirt that was appropriate because there were other inappropriate options. But I was like, no, like I'm covered. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me a little camouflage moment. Okay, because we're leaving fall and going into spring. Anyway, but yeah, that's why I chose this shirt. Having my titties out do make me feel more confident. That's for the women and the men.
So if you ever just want to take a nap, you be just like...
You know, it's because I get this a lot. My titties used to be substantially bigger.
What?
And yeah, I lost weight and they was where I lost it all from. That's why y'all probably can't tell. Because it was all the weight I lost, and I lost a lot. It all came from my titties. And I used to be able to, just use them as pillows. Like I have rested, like just hoisted it up and literally just went and took a good nap.
That's tough.
But I can't do that no more. So now I feel a little flat chested.
I think you can still do it.
No, I don't think so. Not a comfortable pillow. You know, niggas don't really know a lot about pillows. Niggas could sleep on a flat. Niggas could sleep on this blanket right here and think it's a comfortable pillow alternative.
Because you gotta fold it, like you gotta make it like a pillow.
Ladies, we know that this would never suffice as a pillow. Like, you could lay on it, you could go to sleep. It's not gonna be good sleep. That is not a good pillow.
Thick that is.
Ladies, please.
I think that is.
But yeah, so I feel more confident with my titties out, which is why I had this shirt on.
Gotcha.
But that leads me to like my other question: is confidence about more than just looks?
Yes.
But is that what people think of first?
We're very visual. We're very visual beings. So I do think a lot of people base their confidence off of what other people think or how they feel about the outside version of themselves.
Okay.
But there's a lot of people that I've also met that are internally confident no matter what the fuck the outside got going on.
Okay, give me like an example.
They spirit just like that. So an example would be, a good example is like, okay, somebody going into a room that they normally aren't comfortable in, but still being 100% unapologetically.
There we go. You got it.
There you go. It's been a long day. And going into that room and still being 100% themselves.
Okay, I
So
feel
like,
that.
a lot of people tone down sometimes due to the crowd or whoever's around. Some people gonna go in that room and you gonna and just be them, and that's like, I feel like that's true confidence. And I think we put a lot of fear on ourselves too, because we'll sit there and think about certain shit and it be the negative shit, versus I'm finna go in this room and everybody in this motherfucker gonna want to talk to me.
It's true.
Because of my energy, and I attract that. We'll go in there and be like, damn, I don't know none of these people. Like you just start to play tricks on your own mind.
You really do.
So confidence is also like, it's a mentality.
And honestly, like you do attract more people with that confident energy. Like big dick energy is a real thing. Like case in point, because I be going out, as y'all know, I'm single again, back on the prowl. Thought it was perfect, and I don't know how. Shout out to Trina. It's we're not happy about me being single right now. Because I'm finding my husband in 2023. So, babe, where you at? Anyway, the point is, I now just be like going out. I be trying to be in these streets and do all of this stuff. But it do sometimes, like, it weigh on you. Like, am I going to wear this? Like, is my period on and I'm, like, bloated today? Like, is my hair done? Like, I'm not really that bitch today. Like, ain't nobody going to approach me. Like, niggas want you to approach them nowadays. It's just, like, it's too much. And, like, I do sometimes, like, psych myself out, but I still say, like, fuck it and go. Like, I will go to the happy hour. I will go to the outing. I will go to shit by myself, whatever. But I feel like when I have an energy of like, fuck it, like I'm that bitch. Like it don't matter what I look like or what I got on. Like I'm coming in with the energy of like, cool, I'm here to enjoy myself and have a good time. And where the hood niggas at? I always get approached. Always. It never fails. But then on the days when I'm kind of like, I mean, I don't know. And some days like I be so cute those days. Like I look back at pictures and I'm like, dang. You was real cute that night. But I just was not feeling it. Nobody else was feeling it either, apparently. Because ain't nobody say shit to me on those nights. So, I don't know. The energy is a real thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm working on trying to have that energy. I mean, you're not going to have that energy all the time. Like, I don't think nobody is confident all the time. Not even Lil Downstairs. Like, I have seen him in moments where he don't feel his best. But, like, we talking, like, his confidence to me is just, like, extraordinary. It's, like, at, like, a 95%. That's crazy to me. But I feel like most of us aren't going to have confidence most of the time. Hell, half the time, maybe. I would say it's, like, 50-50. For the average human being. I don't know. Maybe for men it's different.
There's so many different dynamics you can, like, there's so many different avenues you can go, and it goes back to how you was brought up, how was your childhood, what do you, like, morals, beliefs, values, like, it can go back to so many things, and I don't think it's a gender thing. I think it's, like, a per person thing. We deal with different things. You being a woman and me being a man, we go through different things, so it's like, My confidence might get knocked down for some reason. That yours get knocked down for a different reason, or brought up for a different reason, and you know it just it's one of those things. I did have a question though.
What up? I got an answer.
You said niggas want females, women.
You know I do not like that F word.
To approach them these days.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a confidence issue to why women don't, or is it just a traditionally normal thing that the man is supposed to approach the woman?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think, like, just socially, women haven't been socialized because of tradition to be the person who pursues. Like, so we don't have a lot of practice with rejection, which men do. It sucks. And I do not envy the position at all. I appreciate what it takes as a man for you to approach and walk up to women. And you don't, the answer is 50-50, right? She could be like, hell no, nigga. Or she could be like, you is bae. Let's go home right now. Pull that dick out. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of options that could go right, but it's a lot of options that could go wrong. So, like, I don't envy the position, and I feel like traditionally women don't do that or haven't been socialized to do it. So, like, there is that piece of tradition and just not wanting to take the chance of rejection, because who want to be rejected? But then on the other side of things, I do also think that I don't want to say that it's about confidence.
I'm just saying, say every nigga, like, we just went on strike. Like, don't approach no woman for a month. Or, like, I know y'all probably be patient and just be like, well, we just gonna wait.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, I'm gonna wait it out. Because Punani run the world. And I stand by that.
And that's the problem. So, indefinitely say, we don't put a month on it or a time limit. But just say, all right, we on strike. We ain't approaching women no more. I wonder how long it would be before y'all was like, okay, like, fuck, I guess I
would try being a lesbian for a little minute before I went to approaching men. And here's the thing.
That's how strongly I know. And I'm like, that shit is so crazy. Like, it really is. And then, like she said, Pooh Nanny runs the world. You gonna put that on the shirt or something? So, niggas having better dick discipline could change this. Yeah, y'all got toys and shit, of course, but then I done heard plenty of women like, I want the real thing.
Yeah,
fuck that plastic shit. You know what I'm saying? That vibrate, that cool. Like, you know how to please yourself. Of course you can get you can get yours, but they want the real thing. They want the interaction. You want the intimacy. You want the breath, the sweat, the skin to skin, the talk.
The sweat, the skin to skin. Okay.
Yeah, all that. But that's what I'm just saying. So they gonna miss that shit. But the value for our shit is not high because they can go so many places to get it.
Very low quality product.
Chill. Because I could argue the same thing depending on how often the woman has been around.
And that's another topic for another day, because I just really disagree. And I have said this to him before. I don't believe in the idea of bad coochie. And if a woman can push out a whole entire human being, you cannot convince me that dick has made her vagina loose. I don't know, but I ain't never been in pussy, so I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Dick can make the vagina loose, and that baby definitely fucked it up for a little while. I'm gonna be honest with you. Did you ever seen a head come out that motherfucker? At that point, yes. That's why the doctor say, hey, 6 weeks.
And most women don't wait the 6 weeks. Most niggas not waiting the 6 weeks. Oh, Paul, please in the comments, if you have had a baby, did you wait the whole 6 weeks? Like, because I know so many people who didn't.
Did you wake up hey, we good, nigga, hey.
Sometimes you just get the urge. People be horny. And you ain't had sex in a little minute because, like, close to the baby and then delivery.
Friend.
A lot of people don't wait the 6 weeks.
You ever tenderize meat? Have you ever tenderized meat? So
yes.
Just imagine this motion repeatedly from different tenderizers. Eventually, the walls will cave.
All of y'all ain't tenderizing.
All of us don't have to, but if the numbers are high enough,
you can't get me to be, because then if I'm fucking my nigga, let's say I'm with one man for the rest of my life, for 50 years.
Highly unlikely.
I'm fucking the same penis at least 3 times a week. It's not having the same impact.
3 times a week? No.
So I would have to be fucking like Larsa Pippen. I would just have to be every day, 3 times a day.
She fucking like that?
That's what she said she was doing with Scotty. That she was fucking like 3 times a day, every day. I don't know how her vagina is still holding on. Put my vagina to rest. R.I.P. Lay her to rest. You're not gonna fuck me 3 times a day, every day. Some days, yeah.
That's tough. She said, put me in the game. Tag me in.
You got it. Put her in, coach.
Yeah. And you ever think that some women vagina wasn't built to be as strong as some other women vagina? Like how do you not?
I don't believe
that's just
that.
like some niggas that can last 2 hours and some niggas that can last 2 minutes.
Well, okay.
It just be like that sometimes. Okay. So the possibility that this vagina won't cave in and the walls just take it.
Cave in?
I'm just just
What?
maybe just follow my lead. Just follow me for a second.
I'm following. Okay. The vagina, some of them cave in.
I have experienced this to where it was shocking to me, right? Where I put 2 fingers in.
Mm-hmm.
And I could not find a wall. Listen to me. My shit had to do a right angle to get to the wall. So I'm like, my dick damn sure ain't finna do. She is not. This is a waste of our time here. I don't know what it's been through. She had kids.
I don't know what
she did have kids.
But women with kids still have good vagina. So
I
just
know.
feel like
I'm not saying, and that's on the record now.
Yeah, say that.
I'm a motherfucker. Me. Now, listen. You got kids, I even come over. I'll play Fortnite with them. Super Mario Brothers. We can get on the game. Share a juice box. Fruit snacks. Capri Suns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that nigga.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Mills. Hey, I'm with it. You got a kid, that don't change. Like, yeah, some got the best. Like, a lot of people snap back after them kids too. I'm talking about the ones where it don't snap back. The motherfucker don't snap in the back. It don't.
The walls caved.
They done. And if they can't,
I might name this episode "The Walls Caved In" because that's wild to me that she would say some shit like that.
And it was like, you should have seen my face. Like, I had never. I was like, I was confused. It was in disbelief. Like, where is it? Type shit. Yeah.
I mean, that's one person.
It's rare. Yeah,
I'm like,
not.
I just feel like it's definitely a lot more bad dick than it is bad coochie. And I just feel very strongly about that. And how does this all relate to confidence? Y'all might be wondering, because I was wondering as well. But I'm going to just tie it on back because I was wondering, like, a question I had was like, clearly, like, you lose confidence at times, right? Like, what are the things about you that, like, help you build your confidence back up? For me, one of the things is that I do have good coochie, apparently, according to my Yelp reviews. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have many Yelp reviews, but I do have some, and all of those are stellar. 5 stars on Yelp. 5 stars on Yelp.
She ain't keep me waiting for that high five.
Right, because that had to be acknowledged. Yeah. Now, I have never had coochie, including my own. So, niggas could be lying, because that's what they do. But it does help me feel a little more confident in myself to know that I'm sitting on good coochie. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we talking physically, I thank God I was blessed with a nice face. People be ugly out here. And although we're all ugly to somebody,
we're all beautiful to somebody.
No, that's not what I was going to say. So some of us are ugly to a lot less people than others. So I just really think that face card, she's giving. On most days, he like to find the worst possible angle he can of me. And so every picture he's ever taken of me, I'm ugly. And he make me question, Erica, bitch, are you ugly? But then it's fine because I look in the mirror and it's like,
I know angles matter. I know angles do matter.
So why you don't ever try to get my good ones, friend? That really hurts my confidence.
You are referring to a video.
I'm referring. He thinks it's just driving. One time.
And
friend, it's every video that you have taken of me. When we first went and saw Toot, you took a video. Terrible angle. The video you talking about is when we picked Toot up. And that one wasn't as bad, but I had to correct you in the moment. When you take pictures of me, not only do I be dressed crazy, and you get a full body shot. Every time. You pick the worst possible angles.
Stop dressing crazy, friend. Stop being in that angle when I start recording. You feel me? Don't try to put this all on me. I'm a photographer. I'm stopping. I'll work on it.
Thank you.
I know you don't like the straight ahead or you like the above.
Straight ahead is fine. This right now is straight ahead, and I think I look fine.
But you ain't in those clothes or anything in the situations that I'm put in to have to get the right perfect angle, apparently.
Just say niggas don't know how to take pictures and move along.
Go check out my Instagram, Demetrius.
Please, and tell him that it really could be giving more I'm that nigga, and his angles aren't great.
Why would you can't be, that's crazy.
You right, I put in a bias. His Instagram is amazing.
Don't go to my page. Don't go to my page.
His Instagram is amazing, guys. I'll tag it.
Don't go to my page.
I'm going to tag it, and I want y'all to go and show him love.
I'm going to block the tag.
Drop all the hearts and all the heart eyes and all the fire emojis that you can, because that's what the page is going to make you do, period. And I said so because I'm all about boosting my friend's confidence. It doesn't go the other way. But all I do is boost his confidence. But that's another thing that helped me with boosting confidence too, is my friends. My friends be hyping me up. Shout out to y'all. Like, they make me feel like I'm one of the prettiest people on this planet. Even on days when I know for a fact that I'm not. But y'all, really make me believe it some days. Thank you. Thank you. You know who you are. Did you have anything else to add?
Which part? On which part?
No, you know the fuck you didn't.
Which part?
When you struggling with confidence, what has helped you like pull it together in those bad times? Is it just women?
Nah. Hell no. I mean, you know how niggas compliment niggas. I see you, my nigga. I see you. I'm trying to get like you. Hey, what the hoes? Hey, you got them all type shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I mean, or when you grew up, so I had, got a lot of hand-me-downs and shit from my older brother. That nigga like 6'5". So understand that I had some baggy shit on sometimes. And I look back at my high school pictures and I'm like, okay. Okay. So I played varsity as a freshman, so I had that going for me. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't the nigga that come to school with the forces on, the creased pants, got a chain already. Like, I wasn't
creased pants.
The niggas that always had the style, you know what I'm saying, the swag. That's what they call it, So I wasn't that nigga, but I was the athlete. I was funny. I was attractive. I had all that shit, personality. So I had that going. But yeah. So I would say, now that I got older, and when the niggas that did have that always compliment me on my fit or something like that, or like drop a fire emoji, I'd be like, okay, this nigga opinion really does matter, because he always had that shit. And he'd be like, nice fit, G, or that shit fire, or like, that shit clean. I'd be like, okay. That shit must be clean, because that nigga been clean for a long ass time. But yeah, that shit do matter. Just kind of how women, y'all say the woman's opinion or compliment matters way more than the nigga's compliment.
Way more. It's true. If a woman compliments me and tell me like my makeup is cute or my hair is cute or my titties look good or my outfit is nice, there is nothing that a man could say to me that could make me feel worse or better. So it's true. Y'all feel that way about niggas? A nigga compliment me more than if I was like, damn.
I feel like, yeah, they go both ways. Cause like,
a little chocolate.
I don't need validation from a nigga because it's a nigga. But the fact that we don't talk to each other or compliment each other a lot, when it does happen, it's like, okay, that nigga went out of his way to tell me like, damn, them shoes fire. Or like, bro, I fuck with the fit. Or you clean, my nigga, I'm trying to get like you. Like, nigga, you could easily just walk past somebody. It's easy to just walk past somebody, but to stop and actually verbalize something that you see on them or just how they roll or how they move, like, damn, bro, I can tell you somebody to know, or you look like somebody important, or I fuck with the fit, you know what I'm saying, in a way that you don't feel like, you know, niggas be like, they don't like to compliment another nigga. Like, there's ways to do it where you're not putting yourself in this position to be looked at as, you know, homosexual or shit like that. Like, I don't know, something that's a confidence thing too, I feel like.
It is for sure.
Being secure with yourself to be able to compliment another man. I compliment another man, I don't give a fuck. Like, I know I ain't trying to go there with the nigga, like, so, yeah, it does mean more if a guy does it, because I feel like...
I think you lying, but I love this sentiment.
You think I'm lying?
Yeah. I think if a fine girl told you look good and a nigga was like, hey, bro, like, you got that shit the fuck on. Like, you definitely caring more that the fine girl said, what up, little chocolate, you look good. Okay.
You got a point. You do got a point. But it depends on if I feel she genuine or not. Or she just running game. Because I had this happen last night. I'm going to be honest with you. The girl came up to me.
The escort?
I do believe she was an escort. So I'm like... and the way she was talking to me, I'm like, damn, if this is how we sound when we approach them, or some niggas sound, I really go with just conversation. I ain't really with no, I do pick up lines sometimes, it's rare. But she really like was trying, I'm like, I know you told every nigga in this bitch that same thing. You don't get out my face. Yo, and I like the locks, I'm a sucker for locks, blah, blah. Where you from? Oh, Louisiana too? I'm like, you could at least make it a little more, like, not noticeable.
No, she don't. She gave you niggas what you deserve. Crumbs. Love that for her. Love that for her.
I'm sorry you feel that way. It's really sad. It really is. It really is.
It's not sad. And he be so dramatic when he swear that I hate every nigga on this planet. And
you have a vendetta.
I just said, I'm going to find my husband in 2023. Where you at, babe? But he think I hate every man on the planet.
You did say you're going to find your husband in 2023. Where you at, babe? But, hey, as more episodes come out,
the niggas gonna see.
That you do not really like niggas. Man.
I do. I like men. I want y'all to be more likable in general. But I like men. Anyway, moving on. We are about to dive into the group chat. So, you know, for this episode, a thing that came up, I actually saw a video on social media, and I'm gonna play it for y'all because, you know, maybe y'all got opinions too. Maybe y'all seen the same video. I don't know. But I posted a video in the group chat and it went kind of crazy. We actually had some differing opinions on the topic, but
I'm nosy as hell.
Me too. Y'all, the police just pulled up. That is the police. It's the red and blue.
They in the other apartments or our apartment?
They in the other apartments.
Oh, I heard there's always some shit going on.
Yeah, I do too. That's the ghetto over there.
I need to check my car because last time.
That's probably who put your shit on bricks. I ain't gonna lie. Them niggas over there.
That's crazy. Niggas just peeping over the
fence
like, oh, got you tomorrow, nigga. Yeah, all four of them hoes.
Okay, so you think you're a 10?
Okay, wait, that's how it started? Hold on, let me make sure.
A few moments later,
yeah, like,
2,000 years later.
Oh, okay, you don't have to yell at me. Okay.
All right, you ready?
And then it's the next video.
I know, but you already done explaining what the scenario is?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to just let y'all, I'll talk about it after the video play.
Hold it up, because it's like I'm touching you. In the appropriate
Okay, so you think you're a 10?
I think I'm fucking gorgeous. I think I'm perfect.
Listen, don't take this the wrong way. You're not a 10.
Okay, that's just your opinion.
I'm not going to rate you, but you're not a 10.
Okay, that's just your opinion.
If you have an inaccurate self-assessment of your physical attractiveness, you're going to think that you deserve a certain caliber of man that you might be able to sleep with, maybe, but he's just not going to commit to you. And you're going to look at men that are actually your looks equivalent, and you're going to think you're settling for them, when in reality, that's your equivalent. Okay, so you think you're a 10.
Okay. And just to recap, I'll probably like put the video somewhere for y'all to be able to see it. But essentially, this woman is on maybe like a podcast or a radio show, I don't know. She rates herself as a 10. And he's basically like, I ain't gonna rate you, but you're not a 10. And you really need to accept that reality, because if not, you basically finna be trying to go for niggas who is way above your pay grade. And you gonna be looking down at the niggas who you need to be looking at. Okay, in the group chat, it was very differing opinions. Some people felt, because I'm not going to name names, some people felt like she should definitely think she a 10. Everybody should absolutely feel that they a 10, and you should go find somebody else who agree that you is a 10. Like, don't stop looking until you find somebody who agrees with that. Like, you is a 10 to yourself, and you a 10 to somebody. And if you ain't a 10 to your damn self, why would anybody else think that you a 10? So that was one perspective of like, you got to believe you a 10, because if nobody else don't believe it, you got to. Another perspective was kind of like, I mean, you can still think you look good without being a 10. And so is there anything wrong with like being more realistic about, maybe I'm not a 10, maybe I'm a 7, hell, maybe I'm a 3. But does that actually mean that I have to pursue other people who are 3s? Can I be a 3 who thinks that I deserve a 6 or a 7? And then there was another opinion that essentially like agreed with the video completely. You got to be real with yourself, and you need to date people who are on your caliber. When you try to date above it, it get embarrassing. When you try to date below it, you look desperate. So you need to like date within your means, on your level. Thoughts?
I feel like just because you're not a 10 does not mean that you cannot go for 10s, right? Because
Okay.
you can strike gold, goddamn, and you won't never strike gold unless you go for gold.
True.
But I do believe that being honest with yourself is important, because there is like, okay, so you have a nigga that can be like the CEO of a Fortune 500 company.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a female.
A who?
You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
A woman.
You know what I mean.
Could you say?
Can you break down again why? What it is about? Because I just would love to understand better.
Because I feel like by calling us females, it almost makes us like, it doesn't acknowledge our humanity, right? Like, female is giving very biology, is giving very science. Lots of things in nature can be female.
So have you ever called a man male?
Sure.
Is it okay?
I've used the word, but I don't necessarily refer to men as males either. Have you heard me say male?
No.
Yeah,
Not
I don't.
unless you got a package or some shit. Oh, look.
But yeah,
Okay,
it's a little dehumanizing, and I also think that men kind of use it to like, not in a good light. Like when y'all say female, it's like another term for bitch or like a negative. It's
not even
just,
close.
it doesn't have a good connotation though.
Not even close.
But it doesn't have a good connotation.
I get it.
And
But
you
even
could
with the
just
word
call
bitch,
us a woman.
y'all call each other that, and then we said it's a big deal. I understand that you do it in a different way.
That's like asking, is it okay for white people to say nigga?
That's not the same.
That is the equivalent.
But okay, back to the point. You can have a man that's a owner of a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. You can have a lady that works at Burger King.
You just don't want to say the word.
It's not.
I asked you to say. That's crazy. But a woman who works at Burger King,
that wants to attract this type of man.
mm-hmm,
Could she?
yeah,
She could. But to feel like another nigga that work at Burger King is beneath her because of her confidence is at a 10 and she's a 10 is absurd to me.
Okay.
So now we have a bunch of, this is an example. Now
This is a good example.
we have a bunch of women that work at Burger King or that quality of a person that feel they need a nigga that owns a Fortune 500 company or deserve that. And anybody else that don't got that is non-existent. You a bum.
Trash.
And we work at the
A
same
raggedy
Burger King.
nigga. Wow, that's crazy. Cause I'm not gonna hold you. I might have been the bitch at Burger King looking at niggas like, nigga, you on fries. You could
Right.
possibly never.
Cause you in the window and shit, making the drinks with your little headset.
No, legitimately. Like, I probably would have been, but it's crazy that you give that analogy. That was really good, friend, because, like, you probably wouldn't have convinced me that little Burger King was wrong without this example. But that dude sound kind of wild. That's crazy that she could think he is beneath her.
It's just a mentality. So, like, that's why I feel like, I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm not where I want to be right now. So before I go and pursue a certain type of woman, I'm going to get me together first.
Okay.
So I ain't finna just be like, you know what I'm saying? Which I could do it now because it's a mentality. It's a confidence. Like you said, I can go, we can go to Galleria right now, Post Oaks, where all the rich women at. Nigga.
Period.
It don't matter. And I go shoot at all of them. It don't matter. Like, I got the confidence to do it. But mentally, it's just, I would really like to get my shit together first to be able to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that nigga, but I'm that nigga. Like, I've arrived for real, you know? And, you know, some niggas look at it like, well, you should go do that and somebody could help you get there. That's cool. I get that. Because a lot of people be like, well, we can do this. We can grow together and shit like that. But mentally, I guess I'm fucked up in that way to where I'm like, nah, I ain't ready. I got to have my shit together before I even really will pursue something seriously. Like, no, we can go together. You know, I don't know.
Cause I'm retiring from that, but I also used to be a growth girl. Like, I've been with niggas who is like, no, like, we gonna grow together. Like, I completely understand. Like, you're not where you want to be. Like, that's cool. We could work together. Like, no, you can't do this for me right now. No, that's 1,000% fine. I understand, and it's okay because we're gonna grow together. And when you're able to, I'm sure you will. Know the fuck they won't, ladies. So don't be a growth girl. Let them niggas figure their shit out on their own. Let them get their shit together on their own and then let them approach you. Which is why it's hard for me to not root for the Burger King girl who wants the Fortune 500 man. Because it's like, if we both working at Burger King, how this gonna help us? Like, I'm trying to help myself. I want more for myself, and I feel I deserve more. And just because I'm at Burger King right now, like, that could just be circumstantial. Like, I don't know.
And that's likewise for the guy.
Yeah, but
like, it could be a stepping stone. And it's very possible that y'all could grow together. But our mentality is like, I'm at Burger King. I work at Burger King. She just pulled up in a Bentley. I could definitely get me on it now. And then, you know, she could elevate me and take me to where I need to go. Niggas think like that too. Some niggas. But like, on what you just said and let niggas figure it out for themselves, I'm a firm believer in that. Also, not every nigga gonna forget about any chick to help him out. It's really weird to me that I still remember nigga lending me $10 in high school, like, to get some food after school or something. Like,
that's beautiful.
And I promise you, once I get on, I might just randomly hit that nigga up on Facebook. Like, bro, remember you had got me that 10 piece, nigga? Remember? I remember, nigga. But like, I've had a lot of help from women, like, through my lifetime. Like, they've been there, like, for me, like, in some times where I just was like, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'll be damned if I make it and I don't, like, make sure that they taken care of or give back what they gave me or not then some. Because you made my life easier at a point where it was just stupid hard and I didn't really know how I was gonna get through it. So I'll be damned if I can't just make your life a little easier at a time where it might be really hard. Or it might not be really hard, but still, I feel like my heart, I'm gonna feel better if I'm able to do that.
I think that's how most people should feel, but I don't think that is the majority of what happened. Which is how you get men on Twitter talking about men are only loved for what they could do and da-da-da-da. It's like, as many broke niggas as me and my friends have loved on and loved down. Like, the narrative kills me. But it is a lot of niggas who, like, once they get where they going, they be like, I said that about my ex. We have this, we got this joke in the group chat. Because I say this about my ex. He gonna know who he is and probably text me about this. But it's so true. I was with that nigga when he had nothing. And when I say nothing, I wish nothing was an exaggeration. But nothing. And I would do it all over again. That's who I am. Right? But the nigga came up and not even all the way up. That's what's crazy is he showed his ass and he wasn't even all the way up, y'all. He was only halfway up. If the nigga was on his knees, the nigga only got up on 1 foot good. It then was looked down at me and was like, you peasant. What are you doing here? Get away from me. And that's how niggas will do. So sometimes you really gotta preserve your own self-peace, and that help with your confidence, because a nigga like that will tear your shit all the way down. You be like, damn, I just helped this bum ass nigga get to halfway where he at or where he want to be, and now I ain't even worth of that. It'll jack your shit up.
My turn. Hey, cause that's her experience. Sorry you had to go through that. No, real shit.
Thank you, friend.
But now it's like, you know, it's my turn.
Right, you gotta talk about women.
Talk about that.
What we did.
Hey, man, cause y'all be low down sometimes, for real.
Sometimes. I think men push us to that point. But
you
go ahead.
And don't want to take no accountability.
That is accountability.
For
she was trash.
Shit. Yeah, you gotta understand that it ain't something that I gotta do to you sometimes for you to just be a trash person. I don't have to have nothing to do with something that you got going on in your heart or your brain.
Tickles.
Yeah, I'm sure. About to sting. No, I'm playing. But no, I'm just saying, like, I've seen instances where we can talk about, like, relationships and men and physicalities. Like, I've seen men, you know, hit women or certain instances or put their hands on. I don't condone that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I've seen women manipulate and try to destroy the man mentally, or put that man in certain situations to where he gonna lose regardless.
Okay.
Like, it's a lose-lose for this nigga no matter what he does. We can get into so many other more things of baby mothers, using the children against the nigga that actually wants to be there and do right. And then I've seen the opposite of women saying, I'm gonna just do it by myself, and the nigga that didn't want nothing to do with the kids gets off scot-free. I've seen all different dynamics. So it gets to a point to where, like, we think differently. I'm a man, you're a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So you got some shit that I just be like, how the fuck did you even get there? And then I say some shit and you be like, oh, you so extreme. It's like this or that, huh? I be
right.
Like, you right. I did just think. I definitely did just go straight there. But I appreciate you highlighting the little area in the middle that, like, okay, maybe next time I'll consider it. I'll work on it. But y'all be fucking niggas' heads up. And y'all be fucking niggas' heads. Y'all be playing with niggas' mental. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never really had, let me see.
Not you really gotta think
It's
hard
a controlling aspect of, like, y'all have morals and values and standards that y'all go by, or y'all want a nigga to abide by.
Mm-hmm. I think every person does.
True, but you gotta understand that everybody's individual, but everybody want their person, which is kind of showing, like, ownership. Like, mine. This is mine.
Mm-hmm.
And for the right person, a nigga will change. For the right person, a woman will change certain things for that person. But I feel like sometimes you cannot ignore the red flags.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people do deserve second chances. It's so hard to figure out when.
That you just shouldn't do it.
It's so hard to figure out when. But what I'm getting at is that y'all be very manipulative in how y'all move. And trying to change niggas to better benefit your greater good without sometimes even giving a fuck about what's greater or good for him. Because you think about yourself first and foremost.
I was just about to say, but I would argue that it is my partner's job. Like, you are your own job first and foremost. So, like, yes, I could have somebody like talk. Like, I don't put all the blame on my ex, right, for that situation. Like, I made decisions that kept me in a position with someone who is not appreciative. He's still a fuck nigga for being
What he was.
unappreciative and disrespectful, but I also have to look at me too, right? Because ultimately I am my first responsibility of like, why was I staying there and allowing that? Why was I accepting that sort of treatment when I knew I didn't deserve it?
So now that goes into another aspect of, are you who you attract? Sometimes, I mean, I feel like we gonna encounter people that we not gonna always encounter who we deserve, if that makes sense. Like, people can be a certain way and then they could change. So you could think this person is like this, and then a event happens or a situation occurs. Now they like this. Like, they the other side of the coin. You don't even recognize this person.
Okay.
But that really comes with getting to know people before you become
in a relationship. Yes.
So that's why they say you need to see them happy, sad, broke, emotional. Like, you need to see them in multiple ways versus just like when everything is all good. Because when shit go bad, then you're gonna see a totally different person. But then also when you see that person, either y'all gonna communicate what you did and didn't like about that person, and then vice versa, let them come back at it and y'all come to a common ground, or you just like, oh my gosh, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm out of there. I'm out, or they do peace out on your ass because you did something that they didn't like. Like, it just, I'm just saying, I feel like you are who you attract, but then there's some instances where you can get tricked, for sure. You can definitely get tricked. People can wear a mask and act like they some other person, and then some shit happened. That happened to me. That happened to me. And I was just like, damn, it's tough, nigga. Like, I don't even know who the fuck this person is. But I also jumped into that situation. I was like, damn, I'm ready. What's up? Before I even really knew her. Just because, we had some shit in common and she was a good person with a good heart. Still,
but you just said she showed you a different.
She showed me a different version of herself, but it wasn't like she
bad
did anything. Person. Yeah, she wasn't a bad
person.
person.
Well, that's good.
The timing was
team
bad.
her.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't believe that you are what you attract, because if somebody has like a quote or like has said that before of like, you attract like all these people, but for some reason the people that you choose are that. And I think that oftentimes we choose that because it's like those people who we accept into our life like show up in a way that, like, I don't know a good way to phrase that, like it's gaps in like what we need at the time. And I think that like they kind of serve that purpose.
They feel a need at that time in your life.
And then like the purpose is like for you to recognize that, fix it, and like move on. But I think we get attached and then you don't move on, and then you just kind of like in this situation.
Damn,
I mean, some of us
get
attached and don't move on. That's me. I'm talking to me. But some of us say peace out.
I've heard that too. Because it's like, damn, like right when y'all meet, you like, damn, this is perfect. For a certain part of your ass.
Right.
And then after that, it serves. We like to hold on. You know what I'm saying?
So tight.
And that's when it's like you holding on. It's like, say you got a big ass Santa bag on your back. Santa Claus bag, and you just holding that bitch. And now you got her or whoever you with. Now you got a nigga in your bag.
I'm bisexual. It could be him or her.
That's another talk for another time. But you're trying to carry this big ass bag with a person in it. When you supposed to let that motherfucker go a long time ago. You're gonna get another person. You're gonna get somebody else to come along and be a gift in your bag. But we just be like, nah.
No, I want this one.
I'm strong enough to carry this motherfucker. And then, some people try to put multiple people in the bag.
Spoken like a whore. That sounds like...
And they ain't built like that. No, I'm talking more seriously.
Oh, okay, yeah. Some people do try to... Yeah, it's true.
Being a whore and having relations with certain people, like, that ain't putting them in the bag. That's just like,
Right, you're not keeping them.
That's just like stopping out through the chimney. You feel me? And then keep going to the next house.
Okay, Santa. Okay, Santa.
Dropping off.
Dropping off what?
Dropping off joy. And
Get
pleasure.
the fuck out of here.
And
Get out of here. Anyway, but
That's
that
a
was
good
a nice
analogy.
little, that was a good analogy. You've been dropping those a lot tonight.
I'm learning a lot about myself.
I'm learning a lot about you, friend.
Hey, likewise. This is great.
But we are gonna move. We went on a little tangent, but I love that little tangent. Like, I felt like that needed to be talked about. But moving on to the segment, respectfully, no. Now, I'm gonna have to say respectfully no to the idea that we kind of have about the 10s and the rating. I don't necessarily completely agree with the guy, but I don't think nobody is a 10. I don't think a 10 exists. A 10 is perfection. And even when people is oh, but Beyonce is she not. And I don't think nobody on this earth is a 10, and we just kind of got to be okay with that.
I know.
It's impossible.
I know 2 10s.
You know too.
I know 2 of them.
Respectfully, no, you don't. I don't believe it. People aren't perfect.
I know 1.
Right. You see how it's come down.
I know 1.
And I think that there's nothing wrong with that, though. The goal, I don't think, should be perfection. The goal shouldn't be a 10. I'm never going to be a 10, and that's 1,000% fine. But I do think that at some point, something about saying, you not a 10 is somehow, impacting somebody's, self-confidence or self-image. But, why does being realistic have to be a negative thing in this case? I guess that's kind of my unpopular opinion for today. I'm not going to tell y'all what I rate myself because I don't want that to be a topic of discussion. But it's not a 10. And so, that doesn't mean that I don't feel good about myself on most days. But that's my hot take. And then we actually have a treat today. So we don't always do from both sides of the couch, but I actually did have a write-in, and so we're gonna read it and give our feedback. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Our anonymous writer is a woman. That's what I'll say. It is a young woman.
Is she bad?
She's a baddie.
Okay, that changes things.
Okay, I was any other information that you need to know? I'll read the scenario first. Dear Erica, I've become really great friends with my neighbor who lives down the hall. He makes great money, is fun. Oh, we're friends. We're friends who live, you stay downstairs, but.
Stay downstairs.
He makes great money. Oh, that's important. It's fun to hang out with. Love that. A gentleman. Cooks for me. Come on, cook. And seems like a guy I would genuinely be really interested in. The problem is, he is the same height as me.
He is too good for her.
Which previously had been a deal breaker for me. Help.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh, I was you want to go first, or would you?
I'm gonna let you go.
Now, here's the thing. Especially when you talk about confidence, right? And especially for men, because I think height is a big thing. Weight is more of the thing for women. Niggas be they don't want no fat girl. Women be I don't want no short man. You cannot control your height. And so I do think confidence kind of comes in as if you a 5'4" king, how do you kind of fight against the stereotype that don't nobody want you because you 5'4"? I'm as a person who's only 5'2.5", I kind of require that my nigga is 5'10".
Cap.
How you gonna say that's cap?
Cap. Be honest.
I've not dated. Oh no, my first ex might have been 5'9".
Be honest with your height requirement, my nigga.
I am. You saying it's taller?
You say it's taller.
I want a man who's 6'3".
Now move on.
But I'm saying there's a range. This is you and that black and white shit I'm talking about. There's a range. The lowest possible height I'm willing to like date is 5'10".
That's what we needed to know. Okay.
Anyway, but the point being here though, like I kind of feel for this young man because in all other way, great money, fun to hang out with. So I'm hearing financially stable, a good personality, which a lot of these niggas don't have. A gentleman, so he still like is catering to like your feminine side. He cooks for you. Niggas don't be cooking. I don't even think friend know how to cook, ladies. If you was into, he don't know how to cook, so you're gonna have to be cooking.
I do know how to cook for myself, but I'm learning how to cook for others. That's crazy that I can't get a room to grow here, but it's cool.
No, you got room. You ain't never cooked for me, friend.
Yes, I have.
What you made?
I ain't baked no chicken in that motherfucker or no shrimp. You don't remember none of that. That's my thing. Like
You did not make shrimp for me, but you did.
When you do some shit and then they don't even go.
You didn't bake the chicken.
It goes unnoticed.
He don't even remember what he did. That's crazy. And maybe it could be like a romantic thing, right? Like maybe you only cook for the women who you're trying to like woo. That could be a thing, which I respect. I'm just saying, ladies, so it may be different for y'all. From my understanding, he don't really cook like that. But this guy does. And she admits he seems like a guy that I would genuinely be really interested in. So it's like, it kind of sucks.
It
like,
don't matter if I can cook or not if I don't meet the height requirement.
Oh my God, it's not true.
Shit.
It's not true.
Shouldn't even be no question. She is describing her dream guy. But the problem is, we are the same height. I can look him in his eyes and not his nipples. And that is really a big deal for me. I just, it's so shallow.
It's not shallow. Like, and let me explain the height thing too. It's like, cause you just kind of made it sound real small. Like, I gotta look at his eyes instead of his nipples. And it's like, it's so much goes into why you want a man to have like a certain height on you. Most women don't want to be taller than their guy, but a lot of women wear heels and stuff. Right. If we're the same height, I'm gonna be towering over you. But that's usually not my concern. Most men, even with my heels on, are somewhat taller than me.
He can wear platforms.
He cannot wear platforms.
Like them old pimps.
I won't date Prince. But like,
you wouldn't date Prince?
No. And I loved him,
crazy.
but I wouldn't date him. He was 5'2".
I was gonna say he don't meet your height requirements. So you can be Prince, Michael Jackson. You could be fucking. Hey,
I hate you so much.
Hey, don't matter.
I hate you.
Shit.
The Erica advice or the Erica opinion is like, you gotta go for what you want. Even if you finna sound like old girl at Burger King, you have to go for what you want. If the main things on your list are all of that you just mentioned and someone who is at least an inch taller than you, then I don't think that you should stop until you get what the fuck you want. And like, don't apologize. Don't let these sensitive ass
5 to 10 years from now that you're gonna find.
And you'll wait for what you want, and maybe compromise on some other stuff. Maybe the other nigga don't gotta cook, but he could be tall. You don't mind cooking, do you? Like, you could go out to eat. He got money.
You gonna settle on something.
Yeah, you will. And maybe height just isn't the thing. The height is what really bothers you.
You know, you're gonna be getting more stories about, you know, this guy is so awesome. He opens the doors. He cleans the house.
Oh.
He rubs my feet every day.
Ooh, you was saying
He buys me roses on random days just because it's Tuesday or Thursday.
But that's nice.
But his feet are too small.
No, I mean...
That can mean So
No,
many
it
women.
don't. No. I wasn't
I'm
even
just,
thinking
I'm
about
just
it.
saying, man.
I mean, but
It's
you
gonna
talking about
always
it's
be-
shallow, like you not shallow as fuck.
I'm very shallow. I'm not here to. I'm very hypocritical in this instance. I'm shallow also. I have my things, but we talking about her.
What?
We talking about the lady that wrote the story. I'm shallow too.
Okay, so then you could understand why this lady is having this experience. You telling me that you ain't never like seen a girl and was like, dang, low key, she might be like, this could have really been something. She just is this one like a look thing, a physical shallow thing.
Yeah.
So why you not? Oh, it's gonna take me another 5 to 10 years to find the woman I'm looking for. Oh, this and this. And why you don't got none of that energy for your fucking self?
Let y'all tell it. These type of niggas are a dime a dozen. Like they are not. That's a needle in a haystack for this type of nigga. I'm just saying. How long did it take? How old is she? How long did it take her to find this nigga? She 28.
I can't give out age.
I was just saying about 20.
She's in her 20s.
20s. Look, 20 more years, you might find another one of these niggas. For me to find a woman that can cook, makes great money, is fun to hang out with, is a gentle woman, and seems like a great woman and would genuinely be that I would genuinely be interested in, it's not gonna be that hard for me.
It's not gonna be that hard for you to overlook the physical piece.
It would be hard for me to overlook. So you're not just talking about that physical piece. You're talking about the physical piece for me.
Right, for her, it's height.
Oh, yeah.
For you as a man, it probably isn't. It's, I don't know, something else. He don't like fat women.
It's probably weight for me.
I said, for men, it's weight. For women, it's height.
Right. It's probably weight. Which, not to say that you have to be like I don't have a number. Like, if you over 215, I ain't fucking with you. Like, I don't have a number. You know what I'm saying? Because
you just gotta look.
Right.
Okay.
Because you could be thick and delicious. You feel me? You can still.
You can.
And then
That's
for me,
fact.
it's a confidence thing. Like I've met a bigger woman that she was just like, nigga, no matter when we talked about confidence, oh, she had it. And that shit was so sexy to me. Oh, that shit was sexy as fuck to me.
That energy.
But somebody that's overweight and you can tell that they kind of they not, which it might be harder, to be confident when you're in a society that tells you need to look a certain way.
That tell you need to hate yourself every day.
So
and then got people in your comments and your fucking inbox. Can y'all stay out of my fucking inbox telling people that they should lose weight?
People say that?
No, yeah. I get crazy people who do that to me.
Ooh.
And I feel like...
We got a podcast now. We're going to call y'all ass out. Instagram name and all. Let me get on them episodes.
Oh, my God, friend. That's not necessary.
Yeah, fuck. You got the audacity to come in my DM. Yeah. Or my friend's DM.
Period.
My DMs don't be booming like that.
Oh.
I'm going to be honest with you.
My
DM
not
about the
booming.
compliment, because niggas just don't get... niggas just don't get compliments as much as y'all think. Even if the nigga is attractive. It's like, no, he still gotta approach me. You got the random, the rare, no, nigga, you it. Like, hey, you got that rare. And when they do that, you like, okay, shit. I ain't have to search far and wide for your ass. I ain't have to do all this work. Yes, it feels great. That's why I feel like y'all could approach more just because of the years and years of sitting back and being approached. Like, get your ass up and go tell that nigga he's handsome.
It does take a certain level of confidence. And because you never know if you're going to meet all these criteria for somebody or be in this situation where, like, I think I'm great. But then the problem is, instead of height, I'm going to be too fat for him. And then how do you think that's going to make me feel?
That makes you feel like you feel so greatly about yourself because you know how dope you are. If you going to not talk to me because we looking at each other eye to eye
instead of eye to nipple,
then I'm gonna be greater elsewhere anyways.
Oh,
but
wow.
I at least tried because I was interested in you.
Okay, that's fair.
That's my thing. Like, rejection is not.
It's not the end all be all. Yeah.
Like, your life is not over. I can go outside, right? We can go downtown right now. I can go talk to this girl. She can be like, "No, you just not my type." Soon as she walk past, I might hit the corner. It's another baddie right there. I'm like, "Oh my God, you are so beautiful. How you doing?" And she might.
But it's not the
think I'm
same experience for women. It's not as many. I think it's so many like good-looking, beautiful women out there of all colors, shapes, heights, and sizes. Right? I don't feel the same way about men. Like good-looking, fine-ass, like men with something to offer is not. You can't hit the corner and find that.
Yeah, you can. If it was your time to hit the corner and find it.
Okay, so then now we talking about shit I ain't got no control over. What the fuck?
Do you have control over any of that though?
What am I approaching somebody for if it's not my time to be with somebody?
How do you know if you don't approach them?
That's friend. I'm not gonna do this with you.
Exactly. You can control your attitude and your effort going into the situation. You can't control who's gonna be on the other side of that corner.
You're right. And I'm not even saying that to be sorry. Like, I'm for real. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna work on that. But the point of this was let me build my confidence and just start spitting at niggas coming to a podcast near you. So that was Erica's point of view. I would say that like therapist Erica would probably ask something like, would you allow something like height to stop you from having a really great relationship with somebody? Like it does seem shallow. But is that something that's very important to you? Is it a priority over all of the other good qualities? And to like not get caught up in one quality that may be important, but like not at the top of your list. He seems to be great money can equal a provider. Like, is that important to you? Fun to hang out with, again, is like personality. Like, that's hard to find. A gentleman, do you value those sorts of things? Cooking for you, are you an acts of service girl? You know, like if those things ultimately are very important and it feels like somebody you can have a connection with, I'd question whether it was worth throwing away that connection romantically because he's not as tall as you'd like him to be. Something out of his control. But what you like is what you like.
He makes great money is the first thing noted. She ain't going nowhere. She just talking shit. She gonna be right there.
And we don't know it.
Put.
It's all about what is important to you.
It took you 20 plus years to find this nigga. How did you do not want to keep chancing this shit because God probably look. You seen that? You heard that analogy of the lady saying that there's 4 floors in this. You go into this building. There's 4 floors of men. That shit. When she
it was
said
good.
That, oh my gosh, I was like that shit tough. She's like the first floor. Men make pretty good money, this and that, blah, blah, blah. They don't clean, they don't do this and blah, blah. Next floor, they make a little more money.
But it's like once you pass the floor, you can't go back.
Once you pass
so
the floor, you
if
cannot
you
go
don't
back.
pick any of the men here, you gotta hope that like the dream guy is on the next floor.
Ooh, that's tough. We need to watch that video and just do a take on that.
And I mean, that's kind of what's happening here. So therapy Erica would like push back and question, what's your priority list? What is most important to you? And if he's meeting the things at the top of that priority list, I would say give it a chance. But if not, I mean, like, who's to say that y'all aren't just like meant to be really great friends? Like every great connection doesn't have to be a romantic one. So there's that.
Preach.
But yes, so we are coming to the end of our episode today. We are wrapping it up. Any takeaways you got from today? Any last words? Any comments you want to make about confidence? Any tips? Any of that?
I would say takeaways. Is I learned a little bit about how women think about certain situations and how certain things can be deeper than the surface.
Thank you.
You know, and how you can, don't gotta always go to the extreme way of thinking.
Come on.
You know, you can gradually get there. I mean, you just take your time and weigh out the many options in between. But take like any advice on confidence, I would say I've had my most struggles came from like me not being where I wanted to be as a man or where I thought I should be at a certain time in my life. So I would say don't place your value off of your current situation, because that could change in a year of you just, I place a lot of my value on my wallet. So it's like, it's just a word that tells you that you gotta be a certain way and you gotta pretty much get rich to take care of your family and do all this other stuff and have all this stuff on your shoulders. So I know I'm gonna get there. I ain't where I wanna be right now, but I already made my mind up that it's gonna happen. Like I'm gonna be that guy to take care of the fam. Like it's gonna happen. But I know what I have to change to make that happen. But I would say positive self-talk. I'm an ex-athlete, so I was always my biggest critic. So it's like I used to like not talk the best to myself, for one. But sometimes that's needed also. You can't be too nice to yourself to where you start to believe your own bullshit. You gotta actually be honest with yourself. And anything that you want to change, I would say address it head on. Get up and actually look yourself in the mirror daily and ask yourself, what don't you like about yourself? How can you improve those areas? And affirm that every day that you will improve it, or you're already doing it, until you actually start to believe it, because you can actually build the person that you want to become. So I would say that, because I'm in the process right now.
Love that. I would like piggyback on most of what he said. If you ever been in my house, I have like notes to myself written on mirrors. I got sticky notes. I got quotes. I got tattoos that remind me of those things. But it is really about self-talk. And like, even if you don't believe it, like honestly, like just say it to yourself and fake it till you make it. Like eventually you trick your brain into believing that. And it really does work. And like ultimately, like knowing that you really are a great person. Like it's not lying to yourself. Like, remember, I don't think nobody a 10. We all got room for improvement. We all got things we could change, but that also means that we all have stuff that is positive and that is good. Harp on that, build that. Like, you're an asset in some shape or form.
Confidence. Sorry to cut you off, but
No,
you just
you
made me
good.
think of something. So I feel like a lot of people won't approach somebody that they feel like they would want to interact with, because they put that person higher than themselves. So, like you said, you don't think nobody can be a 10, and that's true. That's perfection, and nobody's perfect. So don't look at somebody like they better than you, and that'll help a lot of people with their fear of rejection. Like, that person might have resting bitch face, and just because they look like they not having a good day, or they might just look mean, nigga, that might be the coolest person in the world. You just go say what's up to her, like, you know what I'm saying? That just might be how she look, so I'm saying, like, people talk themselves out of those opportunities too, just based off of little shit, like, oh, she ain't having a good day, I don't really want to go over there and interrupt her or make it work. No, you go over there and you say, I'm gonna make her day better no matter what, even if I don't get the number or not. I at least paid a compliment or said something nice that could have changed the structure of her the rest of her day type shit. So that type of shit. Just don't put nobody above yourself, and don't think that you know their reaction before you actually go and make it happen, because you don't know what the fuck going on inside somebody's head.
Other takeaways, people be shallow. And we can't change that. I mean, appearance is something. So also, like, when you look good, you feel good. So like, whatever looking good mean to you, he had to go get his hair done today because he was feeling like shit when his hair wasn't done.
I'm actually cool. It was my pops. I got two different niggas that I can do the fresh retwist, you know what I'm saying, business guy, or I can do the let the roots get nappy sometimes, grow the facial hair out,
I love this
rough type look. I do both.
I love this
But when you in a certain place, like we in Houston now, I'm out of Houston, like we doing the networking thing, Pops is like, your presentation matters, which is true. Like, how you represent yourself and how you seen by people, they looking at you. They yeah, right. So I get it. But that's what this is about. I like looking nice and fresh. Like right now, yeah, I go do some networking right now. You know what I'm saying?
You're disgusting.
But I can go do some networking right now, but I still like that same nigga if the hair was kind of rough. Like, I mean, like I say, I've had my down times when I'm like, damn, I gotta pay these bills, I don't know how I'm finna pay these hoes, and now I'm thinking about all that shit. Now I really don't want to talk to nobody. You see a different nigga in public, you can tell that nigga going through something. Like, but it ain't. you know, get one drink and relax a little bit, and I'm still cool, still able to like hide that shit and then network. That's what we doing. But that's mostly my shit. That's when you see the less confident me when I got so much shit going on. I'm like, damn, I'm in a hole. I'm trying to get out that bitch, and my mind is just focused on that. I walk past plenty of women that I normally would talk to, and it's just like I don't feel it. Like it just that ain't even where my mind is right now. Like,
And don't force it when you don't feel it.
right.
But my last takeaway: keep you some people around who gonna hype you. You need them. Even on bad days, even when you not feeling it, like even when it's like, yeah, you is in a shitty time right now, but like, here's your potential, here's what you could be, here's what I know you're capable of. You need people who gonna speak life into you, period. And I think that ultimately, it can't maybe give you confidence, but it can help.
It can enhance your confidence, for sure. Or start it.
Or spark it, you right.
Like the little lighter when that bitch won't start. Like you can spark that bitch, but you gotta ultimately light that motherfucker.
And keep it going.
That shit don't get old. How many, like my thing is women hear the same compliments from niggas every day. But if they don't feel that way about themselves, them compliments don't hold a feather to that. Like, you know, you're beautiful. Hey, beautiful. Just want you to know you're beautiful today. Hey, did anybody tell you beautiful? Hey, you so beautiful. Like, and you hear that shit 20 times, but you don't feel beautiful to yourself. Like, them compliments don't mean shit.
I mean
they
might.
can feel.
It depends. A lot of times it be coming from ugly niggas. It's not coming from the nigga you wanted to come from. I'ma just be real. It don't be coming from the niggas who you wanted to come from, and it would mean more if it was coming from those niggas.
Okay, I got you. That makes sense.
But I know I feel you too. Like you also gotta believe it a little bit.
But yeah, that was kind of extreme again. Like they can mean something, just not what they would mean if it was that nigga. Got you.
Well, that's it for today's episode, guys. If you'd like to go deeper on the topic, you know,
I like to go deeper.
Talk about it in the comments. It's late, clearly. But you can talk about it in the comments. Not sure where all I'm gonna post this video, but feel free to like speak your mind. If you have any feedback or just want to holler at your girl about topics, this topic specifically, if you want to write in a letter and be anonymously featured on the From Both Sides of the Couch section, you are able to do that. Follow us on IG. I gotta remember the @ name. @RespectMePod. Okay. You can also email if you don't want to DM, respectmepod@gmail.com. And I believe the YouTube is also gonna be like Respect Me Pod. I can't remember, but I'll link everything so that you can find it. But that's it. That's all. And thank y'all for tuning in and sticking it out with us.
If you would like to request me more often on the show, just, you know, leave it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And I'll...
he done put on his super sexy voice.
I would be more than obliged, you know, to come on the podcast and just, you know, give you a little contrast.
Oh, come on, contrast.
Yeah. Follow me.
Oh, yes. Tell the people where they can find you, friend.
Where they can find me? So my personal Instagram is Demetrius Early Jr. That's DemetriusEarlyJr. That shit long as fuck, I'm telling you. But got a YouTube channel, that bit called Meech, is M33CH. And I got a podcast too, it's called The Locked In Podcast. And we gonna collab on some shit. So this is just like the first step, you feel me? But this is the voice that I normally talk in, you know what I'm saying? It's a little late. It's kind of getting to where I really do it at. But yeah, it's your boy Demetrius. I mean, I'm gonna go by Meech sometime, so we'll see.
Lil Downstairs. So when if y'all want him on the episode, just be like, girl, where Lil Downstairs at? Gotcha. And I got y'all.
I could wear a tank top next time. I had a hoodie on because it'd be cold in a motherfucker.
It do not be cold. Y'all see me. It's very hot. You hot right now, ain't it?
I'm hot right now, but it'd be cold in a motherfucker in here. Like random chills type shit. Like when you get random chills, you know it's cold.
Anyway, until next time. Thanks, guys. I was supposed to have a little like outro phrase. Y'all gonna get one eventually one day, but like y'all growing with me. It's gonna be cute too. Love that for us. Bye-bye.